It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning.
Made you look.
Take two. Good morning, Norris, Central Arkansas, South Missouri. It's Friday.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Just like
for
the old
those
man.
that don't know, Bob is not here today, and we got his son Robert, who makes the same noises that Bob does.
Dude, let's give it a good.
Bah humbug.
That works. He'll fit right in.
Are you feeling boxed in down there? Look at the screen. See, you're boxed in over there.
Lovely.
Isn't that
Lovely.
That's our coronavirus boxes. You know.
He is as lively as Bob. We are going to have a ball today.
Good morning. Welcome down on the Corner program. It is Friday, October 2nd, 2020 at 7:01 on this Friday morning. And hope your Friday and your weekend is going to be off to a great start. Get this day done. And you guys got football at Bomber Stadium tonight?
We do.
And I think Greenwood's in town.
Yep. It's going to be a tough game.
You got a lot of new fancy stuff and them cameras laying around here.
We are. We've updated some stuff and kind of make it a little bit easier to follow things.
And even some national recognition, people as far as Washington State coming in to say, how do you do this? You know, so.
It's pretty cool.
There you go.
We've come a long way, I will say, from when we started to now, and the production is just, that's my side of it. I just love the production and the way it looks, and, you know, having the replays and the slow motions, and it's just cool. We have fun with it.
It's going to be a good game tonight. Down the Corner is brought to you by your local hometown Sears store. They're at 1029 Highway 62 East. You can call them at 870-425-3191. The very best in home appliances, home entertainment, tools, lawn care equipment, and anything else you need around the house. Check it out with your hometown Sears store. Locally owned and operated, that means when you spend money here, the money is reinvested in our communities, whether you're in Arkansas or Missouri, because they do travel up into Missouri to service some folks. And so appreciate the folks up there that call their local hometown Sears store here in Mountain Home. If you're up in Ozark County, Missouri, love to have you come down and visit your hometown Sears store here in Mountain Home. And along folks in Marion County, Stone County, Searcy County, come on in. Love to have you. Your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East. Now that's up on the hill behind Wendy's. Same parking lot as Orscheln's, out in front of Physical Therapy Connection. And also in-house repair. Not your house, but you can bring it in, or they can come to your house. But one of the good old-fashioned repair centers.
Yep, and they repair appliances, your home appliances, as well as all your outdoor equipment, mowers, weed eaters. Bob, I think, is there once a week. You know, he does the mowing commercially, and he's got a bunch of mowers and weed eaters, and he's constantly blaming other people, the kids, for tearing up his equipment, and then he's over at Sears getting parts or getting a new one.
Let me tell you, we had an appliance at our house go out, our washer, it was our dryer or something, I don't know. And I went over there and picked out a new set, and that day they come and picked up my old set. They tried to fix it for me, save me some money. They weren't able to, so they gave me a little discount on the washer and dryer set. Come got my old, put in the new, pretty much the same day.
Done.
Never even missed a beat, so I was grateful for me because I'm
now,
always
who else
watching
would have
uniforms.
done that? Took your old set, gave you a discount.
See, that's the advantage of your hometown Sears store. I mean, they bend over backwards to help, and that's why, you know, I'm thrilled to have them as the morning sponsor here Down on the Corner, because they help so many people across both Arkansas and Missouri. You know, of course, for folks that don't know, we're only 15 miles off state line here. So your hometown Sears store, once again, 1029 Highway 62 East. You can call them at 870-425-3191. Locally owned and operated, your hometown Sears store. I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. You can do the same thing. 3 locations to serve you. One is the lobby of the hospital, so you have to follow the rules and regulations on COVID-19 there. Another 2 are drive-thrus. Excuse me. We have Bomber Boulevard and then 62 East Plaza. Bomber Boulevard at 7:04. Not quite as busy as they will be later on, but just bear with him. And he can get the cars in because he recognizes the cars. Oh, there's something, you know, and they get it ready to go, and it's just.
And that's the thing. You pull up to one of them, and there's always a line, but that line moves. I mean, you're not going to be there.
You're not going to sit there forever and ever.
Yeah.
Or,
Don't panic. You see the line.
No.
Get in it. Get through it. It'll be quick.
And Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations. 2 drive-thrus, one at 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness, one on Bomber Boulevard, then, of course, the hospital lobby. They have their mochas, their lattes, their frappuccinos, pumpkin spice.
All your foo-foo flavors you're looking for.
Even they had a buttered latte. I have no idea what that is, but somebody wanted a buttered latte, so you can get it at Brewed Awakening Coffee.
Do you drink coffee?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Like his own man.
I'm a little bit on the winter time, but especially if I'm out deer hunting and stuff, I'll have a cup of coffee, warm me up before I go out. But that baby.
There's an episode in MASH where Colonel Potter's trying to get Radar to smoke a cigar. And he says, "Are they habit forming, sir?" He says, "No, I've been smoking 5 a day for 20 years, ain't got the habit yet." That's about I am with coffee.
I'm going to say, realizing you have a problem is the first step.
Been drinking 3 pots a day for 15 years, ain't got the habit yet. Brewed Awakening Coffee is real coffee, as Mike says. Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations. The best coffee in town is Brewed Awakening. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the very best coffee in town. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, and with all our respect, it's just not something we've added to the screenshot there. It's how they do business on a daily basis, and you'll notice that when you're there, when you're taking care of the arrangements for a loved one or a friend or whatever it may be. Let Rollers handle it. Caring, loving, understanding. They know what you're going through. It's a tough time. They understand that. But with all our respect, that's how they do business on a daily basis. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, as the coronavirus continues, I pray for those that are ill. Some are really severe and some are mild. Some are friends, some are family. Lord, I just pray you heal our people and end the virus. Then as reports come in about the President and First Lady, please keep them healthy. Lord, we know they've tested positive. Heal them as well, Lord. We've come into the final 3 months of 2020, a year that once will be gone, will be remembered as horrible. But Lord, I pray we obey God's commands, reestablish faith in Jesus Christ, and return to a normal lifestyle with a striving economy. As we look forward to the upcoming holidays, I pray that everyone will enjoy good health during that time. It's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
This is where you do a trumpet sound.
Yeah, you got to do. Yeah, you got to do a trumpet.
Like you're introducing something. You know, the dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
That works. The weather.
I want to hear that again.
Hey, very seldom do we get somebody to actually do it, and he's a rookie, so he doesn't know any better.
Let me follow up with a.
Yeah,
perfect.
Throw a little Bob in there.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. The website retiredtoarkansas.net, and we're going to take a peek at the White River.
Foggy or sunny? Don't be looking at things. What are you looking at your computer screen for?
Checking humidity.
No. No, that's cheating. Is it foggy or sunny?
I'm going to say sunny. Oops.
Or how
A
Bob would
little
do.
bit of fog on the river. We do that. Well, it is sunny above the fog.
It is. That actually is not. You can kind of see through a little bit.
Yeah, you see
and
through
it
a little
kind of gives
bit.
you
Yeah.
a nice.
You can see a little bit of the trees. You can see the river down at the bottom part of the screen, but you can't see the bridge, the left side. Let's go to that September, October shot that they
Here's
have.
a still shot that they have. That's where you're shooting from. That's a normal picture in the summertime.
Yeah.
But
You see the little baseball park picnic area there, the bridge on the left.
this is what it looks like this morning.
Little bit of fog. It's not that thick. At first I thought, man, it's just globbed up there, but you can actually see part of Cotter. You see some of the city lights there. So you can go to retiredtoarkansas.net and pull this up off the live webcam, and there's a little camera icon at the lower right-hand part of the screen. You take a still shot from that, share it with friends and family, use it as a screensaver or backdrop. And while you're at retiredtoarkansas.net, you can check out all the listings with the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, and check all the listings with Century 21 and all the listings through the multiple listing service for this area, both in Arkansas and Missouri. The Z Team is ready to go. They're ready to serve you today. You call them at 870-405-0793. And from Marshall to Mountain View to Mountain Home, back up to Mountain View, Missouri, to Gainesville and back, they can help you today. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, for all your real estate.
I do want to say this because I was talking to Bob, and he's got a lot of Z Team signs in his yard.
He needs to put them out, doesn't he?
And here's the problem: is he puts these signs out, and they're not staying out in other people's yards very long because the homes are selling. He gets them back.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of signs that need homes. So if you want your home sold, call him right now. This is the time to sell. I mean, the MLS is way down on numbers,
Way down.
and
Yep.
and I'm telling you, they can market it. They can
get
get
it
it out
done.
there. They can
Yep.
make it look good to the public. They can do whatever needs to be done. And trust me, they will do whatever needs to be done to sell your home.
And that's why they got all the
And
awards.
which is the good news, but unfortunately, they get the sign back and then got to find somewhere else to put it. So give
That's how it works.
give their sign a home and give them a call.
Those poor signs. We have a bunch of homeless for sale signs.
There you go.
Call the Z Team now to get your for sale sign at 870-405-0793. The website retiredarkansas.net. Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Right now, 41 degrees both in Harrison and Mountain Home. It's 43 at Batesville. Salem, Arkansas, 39 degrees this morning. Wow, 41 at Calico, 39 at Flippin, 41 at Marshall, 39 at West Plains. St. Louis a little bit warmer at 44, while Poplar Bluff at 42, 37 in both Springfield, Missouri, and Watford City, North Dakota.
It was 39 when I left the house, my house.
Wow, that's getting a little bit chilly, let me tell you. Anyway, on the radar, not much. A little bit in North Dakota, a little bit in Michigan, and then we go up into the New York and New England area, all the way up into Maine with showers from basically Washington, D.C. On up into New England area around Buffalo, New York, and then just to the west of Boston, looks like Concord, New Hampshire, getting some showers, Montpelier, Vermont. But the rest of the country, I mean, from Cleveland, Ohio west, it's pretty well clear other than a little bit over Lake Michigan. And we're looking pretty good there. Zoom into Arkansas and check your highways for you. 62, 412 east and west of Mountain Home. It's in pretty good shape now. Highway 65, Little Rock to Branson. We've got 67, 167 that goes on up into Batesville and Poplar Bluff area. And your interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, and 530 in Arkansas clear at this time. You see I-40 at Memphis. You see I-155 at Dyersburg, 412 to Jackson. Boot Hill, Missouri in good shape this morning. Check Southern Missouri. Highway 60 and 160 looks like it's in good shape, as long as Highway 67 and 63. Highway 61 to Cape Girardeau in good shape. Interstate 29, 49, 44, 70, 55, all in Missouri look good. East St. Louis, Illinois, east on I-64 in pretty good shape. And I-57 coming out of Carroll, Illinois. Harrisburg looks good down there. Elizabethtown, no problems there. No watches or warnings for Arkansas or Missouri. They're close to Missouri because Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and parts of Michigan all have a freeze and frost advisory. And looks like Nebraska and Iowa with the majority of that right now. Just barely missing the very northwest corner of Missouri, but he can stay north. I don't want it to be that cold. I don't mind the cooler weather, but that cold stuff kind of hurts. 7-day forecast today, high 68 today, 69 tomorrow. We start with a 20% chance of showers on Saturday. It increases to a 30% chance. And low on Saturday night, 51, 68 on Sunday, 69 on Monday, 78 on Tuesday. Lows range from 42 to 49 degrees. Checking iDrive Arkansas, traffic conditions, everything's in good shape. Traffic around Fort Smith and West Memphis and Little Rock moving pretty well this morning. Nothing flagging any indications that there's any problems with traffic. Missouri Department of Transportation, southern part of the state, they've really cleaned up a lot of they've got a lot of the construction. There is what's this at 160? Okay, Howell County culvert replacement, working on Route AB in Howell County. That's around the West Plains area, so that's not on the main part.
They've cleaned up a bunch, though.
Do what?
They have cleaned up a bunch.
They've opened up a lot there in southern Missouri. State drought monitor for Arkansas, northwest Arkansas. We have 4 counties there, which would be Benton, Washington, that should be Madison, and that is Carroll County right there. Abnormally dry to a moderate drought, a D0 to a Z1. Then in the state of Missouri, we're looking at the northwest corner is about the same as northwest Arkansas, but southwest Missouri is all the way up to a severe drought in the D2 area in the Lawrence and Greene County area, Christian and Greene, I think. There it is right there. And it stretches all the way over from Cape Girardeau to St. Louis, so the southern middle part of the state with a moderate drought going on in the state of Missouri. Allergy sufferers like me. Today is a 4, ragweed only. It looks like everything else is dying off for the year. Gone dormant on us. 3.4 tomorrow. Wow, not bad. Our good old buddy Corona. 84,821 total cases in Arkansas with 76,186 recovered. That's a 77.7% recovery rate. I'm sorry, it's an 89.8% recovery rate for the state. Your 6-county area of Marion, Baxter, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton, 303 active, 1,127 recovered. And the total cumulative cases is 1,452. That gives us a 77.7% recovery rate in the 6-county area. That population, 104,900 people. Crude oil prices today dropped pretty well. It's down quite a bit, down to $37.11. We'll probably see that at the gas pumps by February. Takes them a while. Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 35 points, closing at 27,816.90 as of October 1st at 5:06 p.m. Eastern Time. I think the futures were down a little over 300 this morning, so anxious to see what the market does. And so, the weather and all the updates are brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zador, for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Any community calendar stuff?
I ain't got anything right now. We're going to have to start working on that, though.
Yeah, I guess we will. Yep. With Christmas stuff coming up, I'm sure there's going to be hopefully some Christmas programs and stuff come through. So, time for a break. I'm running a little on coffee, so we can take a commercial break, okay?
Well, we got Coach Steve Airy up next. Talk about some Bomber football.
Guys going to beat Greenwood tonight. What do you say the score is going to be? Mountain Home over Greenwood?
Oh, I don't predict scores. I'm not that guy.
Just take the win and go away?
I'm just filming the good parts.
I wore my everybody, we got our blue shirts on.
Hey, this is an exciting year for it, though. It really, really is to see the community involvement right now and getting involved, and they're playing the games on the TV screens at restaurants in town, and just it's great to see the community come together with it.
Yeah, we got the 2 wins under our belt. We got the confidence level being built. You know, when the team is confident in themselves, they can get out and really perform.
They've got a good mindset going in. I'm happy.
Yeah. All right, I need more coffee. Break time. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z-Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z-Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pickup orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Welcome back. We're down on the corner. I'm Robert Recktenwald, filling in for my father, Bob. We're here for Coach Harris. Coach, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How are you this morning?
Not too bad. I'll tell you what, you step outside, you felt that brisk, cool weather we were just talking about.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get excited for Friday night football, there's something wrong with you.
It feels like football weather. It sure does.
It does. Like you usually do, we'll do a little recap. Did we have any junior high games this past week here?
We had a junior high game last night. Our 9th grade went over. My gosh, I should have had this.
Straight into it, putting you on the spot.
Put me on the phone here.
I love it.
Coach Crow called me, so I don't have the score. It was something like 38-18. I'm close. That's all I can say. But they kept their undefeated streak alive. They were out of town. And I can't remember all the initials. It was C something. Right. Out of Little Rock, I think.
It's fair enough. There's a bunch down there.
Yeah. All the initials in the schools. I don't have them down yet. So anyway, they went down there. I guess they fell out 10-0 behind. So they went into halftime down 10, and then come back and won 38-18. So they finally got off the bus, and. He called last night. He's stoked up. So it was good. Good W. They're still they're 5-0, I think now. So he's got them rolling down there.
Can you tell us when their next home game's going to be?
I don't think they have another home game. I think they finished the season out on the road. The closest game is going to be Newport in a few weeks. And it's funny how the schedule, they kind of top loaded at home and bottom loaded on the road. So
sometimes it works out that way. You got to be able to travel.
We got here, we just started trying to schedule every game we could find, and wherever we could get them, that's kind of just how it fell.
What's wrong with that? Let's talk about Lake Hamilton last week, if you don't mind for a minute. Any good takeaways? Can we build off of what we saw?
Wait, we had the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
Starting with the good, we came out, was 14-14 at half.
Right.
We felt like we got some resilience out of our kids. They continue to fight. And that turns into the bad. We got finished. We started 14 points in the hole. So we have to get off the bus. We got to quit letting people jump on us early.
Right.
Probably didn't play as strong offensively as we'd like. I think we scored about 14 points in the second quarter. Mm-hmm. So we've had 3 quarters there where we didn't light up the board. So we had a chance to respond coming right out of third quarter. It's 14-14. We got the ball back. We went into halftime and we're thinking, okay, we're gonna stick one in here and we're gonna go up. We're gonna grab the momentum. We're gonna take this game over. And we come out and I think we've had a fumble. And in the next drive we had 3 and out, and we just didn't muster anything up after halftime. So we started the third quarter like we started the game, throwing a goose egg on the board, and we're going to have to do better. And that turns into the ugly. You know what I mean? For us to be a good football team, we're going to have to get over the ugly football. When it's time to respond and answer the bell, we have to respond and answer the bell. So we're showing glimpses of being a good team at times, but we still got a long way to go.
It's one thing you can't take away from the kids this year. They know how to give you a heart attack, first off. But secondly, they have fought. I mean, it seemed like they fought against Batesville. They're fighting against Lake Hamilton. But, in this conference, you've got to. It's like you said, you can't give up a quarter because you'll get too far behind, and unfortunately, or fortunately, if you like the challenge like I know you do, you got Greenwood coming to town, and here we are again, top 10 team in the state. You know, I mean, you're always knocking on the door. Let's talk about Greenwood for a little bit.
Greenwood obviously is heavy in tradition. When you flip in the tape, you see athletes everywhere. You have to defend every inch of the field. They're going to run it. They're going to throw it. They're very athletic. They're very talented, very skilled, very well coached. It all jumps out on tape. They don't make mistakes. Defensively, they're saying they're better defensively this year than most, you know. Right. So they're feeling real good. They're strong offensively, strong defensively. Sometimes you know, you take a hit on one side of the ball or the other. They're a 2-platoon system where they're going to play 22 guys, and their 11 guys play offense and the other 11 guys play defense. So they're solid on both sides of the ball. They're a very good football team. And, you know, the thing that we got to get into is, number one, is we have to just believe. I'm an optimist. I don't talk negative too much. I'm always thinking, where there's a will, there's a way. If you believe you can, you can. Anyone, anywhere, anytime. You know, that's how I roll. So all we have to do is just play clean. I mean, we got to find out. You know, we got a little fight about us, but now we got to find a way to minimize mistakes and capitalize on everything every advantage that we can find.
Yeah, it pretty much answered my other question I was about to ask. Is I know they've got us as a 28-point, 21-point underdog. Do you even look into that stuff, or are you just y'all play with a little bit of a chip on the shoulder, trying to prove the world that we're worthy, and kind of go in with that mentality? Or
yeah, you know, I probably should look at more of that stuff, but I don't.
Right.
I just seem like I'm too busy. Sure. To scroll through the newspapers and scroll through the social media, and I don't have a Twitter account, so I'm not up to date on social media. I'm kind of an old guy, but yeah, you know, that stuff's bulletin board material. But it's like I tell the boys, I said, it's just ink. They can be number one, but that's just ink. Yeah. That's all that is. I mean, they're going to have to beat us to be number one, because we always come out ready to dethrone number one. And we're going to dethrone some people at some point. I just don't win. Hopefully sooner than later.
I think it's proven this year that I don't care what team they're going to put in front of us, or what stat they're going to give us, or what odds they're going to give us. We're going to compete. Mm-hmm. I mean, those kids are coming out to compete. They're coming out to fight to win. You know, you're not going to win every one right now. I mean, we've got a fairly new team. You got to bringing it all back with new coaching staff, new way of doing things, but we got a fairly new team. You see some mistakes made here and there. They're cleaning them up. You look from Harrison, you know, one of the first games, they played a great game in Harrison, but there was mistakes that hurt, that you watch the next game, them cleaning those mistakes up. And we're competing this year. I mean, we are strictly there to compete, and the community's backing it 110%. I love it.
You know, when's the last time a varsity football team from Greenwood has come up to Mountain Home and played on a Friday night? That's not something I've looked up. It's been a while, if at all. So they got to make that trip too. We made that trip last week. So, Coach, I watched some of their game film. I watched I believe it was Springdale Harbor. Can you tell me who their impact players are? If you're going to watch the game tonight, and who we have to keep? I know the quarterback's a little bit salty. So is there anybody that just stands out like that kid's a gamer?
Yeah, I believe it's number 84. You're going to see him because he's the tallest guy on the field. He's about 6'4" wide out. He's an all-state receiver from last year.
Right.
Number one, when you see number one out there tonight, the guy can flat go. He's going to be the fastest guy on the field. Bryce might run with him, but there are not very many guys run with him.
Bryce is special himself.
Yeah, he is. Quarterback, like you said, he's a dual threat. Number 6, he's solid. He can run or throw. They have an offensive lineman that he's big. He's really big. I think he's 6'6", 290. You know, we don't talk a whole lot about that stuff. We talk a little bit. They're going to run his way, so right. We know they're going to run his way. And then I really like all our guys on defense. They fly around. They're mean. They're ready to fight you at the drop of a hat. You know, they're going to get in your face. They're going to tell you about it. They play really chippy on defense. So they have that mean defense. That's the kind of defense I want to establish at some point. Just ready to beat you down and fight you. And that's how they are. I mean, those guys are different. And going into it, you mentioned some of that stuff. Want to come in. That's one of the things that I notice a lot of guys do is they say, they have this many D1 athletes, and they have this guy that's all this, and this guy that's all that. And I try to just, I don't know. I try to give my kids confidence. I try not to say, man, you're playing the greatest team ever. I don't want them to think like that. So I kind of underplay and undermine things a little bit. And
right.
I'm a little different. I always feel like we're top dog, and we're gonna try to think that way.
If they haven't got to meet you yet, it's pretty obvious, in my opinion, that you're a throwdown guy. We're gonna go out. We're gonna do our game. We're gonna play our defense. We're gonna run our offense, and we're gonna give you everything we got for 4 quarters, and we'll see what the score is at the end of the game. Type of thing.
Yeah, that's probably the number one thing we're gonna bring to the table is we're gonna bring some toughness and some fight. And the skill development and the weight room and all that stuff, we haven't had a lot of time for that, and that's going to have an impact on down the road.
Right.
So we're going to control what we can control right now, and that's being prepared and playing with great effort, and that's what we're going to try to do.
Good. Are we still doing the raffling for the river boat? I know we haven't touched on that.
I believe there'll be.
I believe that's still going.
I believe there'll be.
We'll be talking about it during the game and stuff, I'm sure.
Okay.
It's there, the boat, probably. I don't know anything about it.
It's blue.
It's
nice.
blue. It's beautiful. I've
It's a
seen
blue
pictures of
river
it.
boat that's really beautiful.
I know I'm gonna buy me some tickets at some point, and I have to do that. I'd like to have a boat.
There you go.
Just need to be lucky.
Was this week supposed to be homecoming?
Tonight's going to be Veterans Night. The next week's going to be homecoming. This is where they got it.
Okay.
I knew there was something coming on pretty
Okay.
good.
Well, we'll be out there broadcasting everything, and we're really excited for this game. I mean, I really am. I mean, you're facing what they're saying is one of the top seeds, and to me, with my competitive nature, those are the ones I want to face. I want to see the big boys. I want to see where I'm at. I want to fight with them. I want to roll with them. I want to see where it comes out. That's just the kind of guy I am. And I think the Bombers are ready. I think they're ready to compete with it.
I like the measuring stick. I like to see where our program is. I thought we took a step last week as far as getting a little bit of respect as far as jumping in there in the big conference with the big boys. And there's I think 6 teams on our side are state ranked right now. They're considered the best side is the West side, and we just want to be mixing it up with everybody. Bottom feeder is not where we want to be. We want to get in there and, like you said, we want to see how good we are. You always get better when you play the best. They're gonna elevate your game.
Yep.
We don't want to shy away from it. We want to take it on head on.
I don't care what sport you're in. If you got the right mindset, you're going to grow from every competition.
Right.
And, I mean, as long as you're willing to put everything you got out there, it's just going to make you better for the next one and better for the next one. And that's just how it works. That is how you grow. But it starts with the mindset, hey, I'm giving them all I got. This is it. I'm not leaving anything out on that field. I'm dishing it out, and that's where you're going to grow, and that's where you're going to learn. And I think they've got the mindset for it. I think the kids are ready for it.
Yeah.
I think right now mentally we're getting there. We still got a few more steps to take. I can't. We're still not functional. We're still turning the ball over. We're still making mistakes. We need to get off the field. Last week in a big 3rd down situation, and we didn't get them to punt, and that led to their last score. But we're doing better. We're doing better. We got to win some situations and get people off the field and take advantage. Like I said, we got to score some points, generate some points, and we've done that up to last week. And hopefully tonight we have a game plan. We got to keep them off the field. That's going to be part of it. They're high octane,
Right.
and good teams coming to town. If you like to watch good high school football, you're going to see a great high school football team come in, and then hopefully you're going to see a Mountain Home team that's going to just crawl right in the middle of it.
I'm excited. We're probably going to have to wrap it up, take a break. I know you've got things you've got to do. We try to keep them till around 7:30, 7:35.
Run a little late today. Sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right.
I sure appreciate you coming in, Coach. You're doing an amazing job.
Well,
It's already obvious, to my opinion, and
you can see a big difference already.
Well, thanks for having us, and again, the community has just been real complimentary and real good to us. So I want to thank our community always. They give the boys a lot of energy. They really do. So keep it up, Mountain Home.
All right.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we will be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the Mountain Home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
Have you ever?
Welcome back to Down on the Corner this crisp Friday morning. Once again, I'm Robert Recktenwald, filling in for my father, Bob Recktenwald. I'm here with Coach Norris today, talk a little cross country. Coach, why don't you start off telling us about yourself a little bit?
All right, sure. So I grew up here in Mountain Home. I was a Mountain Home Bomber cross country runner all the way from middle school on through the end of high school, and I was fortunate enough to be able to go on and run, collegiately at Arkansas State. Had a pretty good career there. Had some great teammates and some great coaches that pushed me, and was lucky enough to walk away with a couple of school records. And my wife and I, we actually met. She also ran collegiately. We've both been coaching and teaching in North Carolina for a little while, and the opportunity, rose to come back to Mountain Home, so I couldn't pass up on that.
Right, it's a good place
so
to
I'm
live.
Happy to
sure.
be back.
Yeah. Right. When your cross country team, for us that don't know, when is the cross country season usually run?
Right, yeah, so cross country is a fall sport.
Mm-hmm.
We usually get started up right at the end of August, and it runs through the beginning of November. So our state meet is November 6th this year.
Okay. Can you tell us how many juniors, sophomores, and seniors you have on your team this year?
Sure. We're pretty well balanced. On the boys and the girls side, we've got 4 seniors each, and then we've got about 5 to 7 juniors, sophomores, and freshmen each on both sides. So.
Right. Do we have anybody on the team this year that's looking to go run in college, kind of like?
Yes, we do. We have a few. First off, special congratulations, is in order for Marcy Cudworth. She just signed and, hasn't signed yet, but she committed recently to Arkansas Tech. So we're very excited for her. We've also got seniors Whit Lawrence, Leah Hunt, and Tyler Ferment that are also currently going through the recruiting process right now. Haven't decided on any one school in particular, but I think
that's got to be exciting for an athlete, the student. I'm sure the parents, just the whole enjoying the whole process of possibly going and competing in college level. Explain cross country. I know that sounds odd, but when we say cross country, I mean, are we?
It's the best sport there is.
Okay. How far are we running when we say cross country? What is a normal? Do you consider it a meet? What is a normal?
Yes, yeah. So we call them meets. We don't call them games. They're cross country meets. But so high school races 5K, which is about 3.1 miles,
right.
And usually takes place on any kind of softer dirt, grass, gravel surface, anything like that. So it may be on a cross-country course, or our meet tomorrow that we're taking to Missouri and Camden. That's going to be on a state park. And so, usually it's about 5 kilometers, and then the middle school races are anywhere from 1.5 miles to 2 miles.
Okay. Now, how often do you have meets? Basketball, they have games 2 or 3 times a week, and football's once a week. Do y'all have meets?
Yes, we've got them about once a week, or about every week and a half, somewhere in there. So a typical season, we'll have about 7 meets, for high school.
Right.
And so, yeah.
So when you're cross country, you're off the track, which means I'm out.
He said 5K, I'm out. They got some donut stations along the way that I can stop at.
Some water breaks. In your off season, do y'all promote the students, the runners, do you have them do like half marathon? Little Rock usually has one. I know Branson.
Yeah,
we try to get them to run.
We will a little bit. We definitely try to get them out and race. We'll definitely have a few kids, I think, do the White River half marathon, which is
November,
kind of at the end of November.
Yep.
Yeah, usually right around Thanksgiving. So I think we'll have a few do that one. But the big thing for us is in the off season. Cross country, like most sports, it's one you can't excel in if you don't train year round.
Right.
So it's constantly a work in progress, and in order to improve from one season or from one year to the next, you have to be putting the work in. And so, over the course of this last summer, we had anywhere from about 20 to 30 kids every single morning at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. All the way from the start of June, we were able to begin practice up until the start of school.
Yeah.
So we've been putting the work in. The kids have been getting better, and I think we're just going to continue to do that. I'm
gonna tell you, if you don't think running is a sport or them kids aren't athletes, you are wrong. I mean, the amount of discipline it takes for them to get up, like you said, in their summer, 7 o'clock, so they're having to go to bed earlier. Yep. They've got to watch what they're eating. You can't be eating Twinkies and donuts like we do, and then running as far as y'all do. Can you tell me what an average? I don't really want to say average, but can you tell me what a normal time is for like a guys division, a girls division to finish that their meet? You know, what time do we shoot for? And do we shoot for a new time every meet, or do we say, okay, we want you to finish here, we want you to sit right around this time?
Right. You know, and so you know, as we kind of go into the championship season, you know, cross country always focus on time, but as we go into conference and state, you know, obviously our priority is to try to win conference and state titles.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, generally speaking, cross country is a sport about improvement. You know, and definitely, you know, like any other sport, getting better from one week to the next, one season to the next. So absolutely, every time we toe the line, our kids, we're trying to go after personal records, you know, and their best times. And so, you know, that's, I think, one thing that's really cool about cross country is it's a very relative thing from one individual to the next.
Right.
So, you know, all kids, they've, regardless of, you know, whether they have a lot of talent or, you know, whether they're in 8th grade or, you know, they're a senior in high school, you know, they are their own measuring stick. They're their own metric. And so they get to, you know, compare their own improvement and really see the fruits of their labor from their hard work from one week to the next.
Right. That kind of brings me into my next question. Matter of fact, is how do you win a cross country meet? How do you get? Is it point tally? How do you score?
Right.
Points, you know?
So it's similar to golf in the way that the lowest score actually wins.
Okay.
And so what you do is you take the top 5 places from each team, and then you add those up. Lowest score wins. And so if you can, if you have a really good team, a perfect score in cross country, the lowest you can possibly score is 15 points. That'll be 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place.
How do you score the points?
So you add up the individual places of the finishers, and so first place would be 1 point for your team. That's the best you can do for your team. You know, 10th place would be 10 points for your team.
And how many athletes do we usually have running at a time? I mean, is it 1 through 10, 1 through 15? I mean, how many do we usually have?
Right, and so it varies. You know, on our team right now, you know, at the high school, for example, 9 through 12, we've got about I think 27 boys and about 20 girls.
Wow.
You know, and so some meets will have limited entries. Some of them more competitive meets, but when they toe the line, you know, usually they're anywhere from about 70 kids in a race to even 500 kids in a race. Some of the bigger ones. Those are a lot of fun.
All right.
So
I got a text question for you. It came in on the text. What is a quality meet? Is that different?
So a quality meet. So I bet what that's kind of referring to. So we've got you know, one of the things that we kind of have in place, and it was in place, you know, long before I was the coach here. We kind of have some time incentives for our kids. You ever seen pictures of us? We've got some awesome looking blue and white striped shorts.
Right.
And so, you know, what we do is we have time standards, you know, for our high school runners. It's 23 minutes, 23 seconds for the 5K for girls, and then 19 for the boys. And if they run that time, they get to wear those shorts, and we go to some really, really competitive meets where we'll face a lot of the top teams in our region. And so last Saturday, you know, we had our qualifiers, our stripe runners, you know, as we say, that have run that time standard. And we went to Memphis, Tennessee, where we raced against a lot of the best teams in the state of Tennessee. And a couple in Arkansas, and so we're gonna do the same thing again tomorrow. We're gonna take those stripe runners down to Camden, Missouri,
right,
and you know, and race there. So.
And I think he messed up on the text spell check. You gotta love it. Qualifier.
Yeah, qualifier. Yeah.
That's what I think he was trying to ask.
That's exactly what that is. And you know what it does is it really gives the kids something to shoot for. And that's what we tell them is, you know, for example, we have seniors who are, you know, in the hunt for making all-state and, you know, maybe running for individual state titles or defending, in the case of Marcy Cudworth. You know, and a lot of those kids, they haven't always been the top dogs. Many of them, they didn't get their striped shorts till maybe last year, just 2 years ago.
Right.
You know, and so we kind of put those out there, and it's a very attainable goal. And, you know, in cross country, it's about improvement from 1 year to the next. And we kind of put that incentive out there, you know, as something that, you know, just about anybody can achieve if they're willing to put in the work.
Awesome.
When is our conference meet, and where does that typically?
Actually, let's go ahead and take a quick break, and then we're going to get into dates and what's going on.
Perfect.
So let's just go ahead and take a quick break right now, get it out of the way, and we'll be right back. Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
Take a step.
And we're back down on the corner. Nice, cool Friday morning here with the head cross country coach. Coach, I was getting ready to ask you right before commercial break there is, when is our conference meet and where is it typically at? And is conference usually the same place that, the state meet is?
Sure. Yeah, so our conference meet is October 27th, and that's in Bologna this year. We actually hosted last year, and so that's usually kind of a rotating event.
Okay.
Just hosted by different schools in our conference. The state meet is, typically hosted at the Oak Lawn Horse Racing Track and facility in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And so they've hosted that one for a long time, and that's usually an awesome venue for the kids to run at. So
you've talked about traveling to different places to compete and to run. How many teams do we have in this conference as far as cross country goes?
After the conference got shifted, I'm not sure of the exact number in our conference this year. That's right. I think around 8 teams, give or take.
Right. But we won't be seeing any teams from, Memphis or Tennessee. It'll all just be Arkansas. Okay.
Right.
Now, I better unmute me. We mentioned before about the training that the kids go through and how hard they push themselves. And it is a year-round process. I know a bunch of these cross-country kids, and they are in it year-round, and they push themselves year-round. But with that said, do you still have a lot of multi-sport athletes doing this, or do they need to focus more on just the cross country? What do you got on the
right?
team?
So yeah, we've got a balance. I mean, for example, we have a few softball girls, that run for us and do exceptionally well. Marcy Cudworth is, an excellent softball player and the defending state champion. We've also got some swimmers, on the boys' side. So yeah, we definitely got some kids in other sports. Kai Bickford is one of our top boys. He plays basketball. And so absolutely multi-sport athletes can excel, especially those that are in sports that require some cardio and, and if they've got the discipline to continue to especially get in some miles and train while being in the other sports, they absolutely have a lot of success. And, a sport like running comes in pretty handy in just about any sport you can think of. It's nice to be able to run circles around your competition in ball sports. So I like to think they help each other out a lot.
I was about to say, you kind of feel like a multi-sport athlete. It almost helps them because in a sense where it's the off season, they're not at home and they're, or I know a lot of kids work, but they're able to go out and stay in shape.
Exactly.
Keeping it going. When does Mountain Home start the cross country program? Is that 7th grade through? Is that usually more junior high?
So we actually start in 6th grade. Coach Roddy Patrick does a phenomenal job with our middle school runners and our junior high runners. Mm-hmm. So we go 6 all the way through 12. And our 6th graders competed. Our 6th through 8th graders competed yesterday at Willow Springs in Missouri. So the 6th graders, they usually run either a mile race or a mile and a half. And then our other middle school 7th and 8th graders, they'll run about a mile and a half most meets. And so usually with those younger kids, they don't run a ton of miles. We kind of teach them the different aspects of the sport. How a cross country meet is scored. How to run up hills. Technique for running down hills. How to pack run with your teammates. Because you're always stronger as a group when you work together with your teammates. When you face competition and races. And so we try to really teach them a lot of those fundamentals and, keep it fun so that whenever they rise up, if it's something they fall in love with, then, they have a good foundation and they're able to, continue to progress on into high school.
Is there any way that maybe you could, in fact, touch on that a little bit more? I think there's probably more of a system to running cross country than what people think of just going out.
Oh yeah, oh no! I mean, there's a lot to it.
Absolutely.
Can you touch on that a little bit more? Like you're just saying.
Sure. In the first part of that, I just want to give credit where credit's due. Is recruiting. Just getting the kids out, and this is my first year here. We've got excellent numbers, and I can't take credit for that at all. I think where the credit is due, especially at the middle school age. Getting those kids out and them sticking with it goes to Coach Roddy Patrick. He does a great job with those kids and, getting them out, and they usually stick with it and really enjoy doing that. And, Coach Robert Blades, who, just retired this past year, definitely, had a lot of, positive, things to bring to the program. Coach Clint Peverill, one of the most charismatic coaches I've ever seen, and it's a pleasure to coach with him. Absolutely credit's due as far as making it a sport that a lot of kids want to take part in. But absolutely, there's also the training aspect of it. And there's a lot more to it than just getting out the door and running. Right. So what we usually try to do is we kind of like what you would do in the weight room, with a lot of sports like football, for example. We try to we have different training blocks, and so in our off season, that's when we do what's called base training, and so that's when we run. We a little bit less intense on our runs overall. We'll still do some workouts, but we don't do as hard of workouts as often. But we run more miles, and so the goal there is to run, a little bit more than what you've run in the past. And, for example, our top runners, as freshmen may only run 30 miles a week, and by the time they get to be seniors, they may run about 60 miles a week. And as we go into the season, we'll run a little bit less. We'll do specific workouts with intervals. We always do one long run every week, and so there's definitely a lot of moving pieces that go into that training.
Coach, I want to say thank you for coming in. I've definitely learned some, and cross country was not something I knew much about. I feel like I've definitely learned I think cross country is a sport, though. If you've got a kid at home that's looking for something to do and they like to push themselves, but they don't know if they want to be in, a football or atmosphere, have them look at cross country.
Give it a try. The kids that are in it, they love it. They
Absolutely.
are in it, and that's what's cool to see. We need to wrap this up.
Once again, Coach, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And best of luck to you.
And we'll see everybody on Monday. Don't forget the game this Friday, or tonight, Bomber Stadium.